What's going on, YouTube? Mr. Almighty is here, and we are back again with another Falcon presser. So, we have Ian Cunningham at today's scouting combine, his presser. We're gonna jump off into it and see what he's talking about, man. We've been making quite a bit of moves. We franchise tag Kyle Pitts, and we have designated Kirk Cousins for a March for a new league year cut. So yeah, we're gonna definitely get that raps and do that thing. You get what I'm saying? So let's jump off in here and see what he's talking about, man. See what's up. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share it to your friends and family, turn your notifications on so you know when I post new content. Also follow me on all my socials and subscribe to my Twitch. Let's jump off into it.
Special time. Just personally, real quick. Just I was one of those draft nerds growing up, watching the combine. I remember being in college.
First combine as
back then, you had to TiVo things or DVR record. But I remember recording the combine and then having winter workouts, having class, and then coming back and being able to watch some of the GMs have their conversations or at the podium. And now for me to be able to be here, it's pretty surreal. So thank you guys for being here. I will start. I'm sure I'll get some James Pierce questions. Obviously, we take the situation very seriously. I'm just not going to comment on an open legal matter. We've had some internal discussions, but as far as that, I just won't comment on any open legal matter.
That's one thing I like about Ian, and I noticed it with Matt too. So I definitely think it's gonna be a definite difference of coaching and how the organization is ran. Because last year, I feel like if this was Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot, they'll be talking about it. Or Raheem Morris will be giving off a lot of lip service about it. I like how he got in front of it. Like, hey, I know it's gonna be some James Pierce questions. Hey, man, I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I'm gonna let you know right now. So the fact that if y'all ask it, and I already said I ain't gonna comment on it, that's just you. And I like that. I like that about Matt and him. And Kevin Stefanski somewhat too. He hasn't really come out and really had no statements like that, but I don't think he has to have any statements like that, really. But I do. I really do like our new GM, for sure.
We did put the franchise tag on Kyle Pitts. We'll do that today.
Yeah.
Had a chance to talk to Kyle and David, his representation, to tell them our thoughts and the direction that we were headed. When you get these jobs, there's a lot of decisions that you have to make in a short period of time. So this allows us to use this mechanism, allows us a little bit more time to evaluate the situation moving forward. And then basically, I did talk to Kirk and his representation, Mike McCartney, letting them know that we will release him on the first day of the league year. Just felt that was out of respect for Kirk and Mike, his agent, and what he's done in his career. I owe that to him. We owe that to him to allow him.
Honestly, we don't owe Kirk Cousins. No. Hold up. This is my first thing I gotta correct you on, Mr. Ian. We don't owe Kirk Cousins nothing. Bro came in here and lost his draft picks. Bro lied and made us miss the playoffs. Bro was a real douchebag. I'm gonna say it like this. He was an underlying douchebag, basically. So we don't owe him nothing. But I do understand the professionalism, which I respect.
Some clarity going into free agency. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
That way he ain't got to worry about where he's going. All right.
Yes. Yeah, we're in the process of doing that right now, right? We just had an accelerated version of our free agent meetings. Obviously, we're here at the Combine as well. So we'll make that decision in due time.
What's it like for you now to go from working with Ryan Poles to rival Ryan Poles as you guys compete against each other?
It's nothing new. It's nothing new. We've been rivals in college. We were rivals. I say that tongue in cheek, but I miss him. I miss Chicago. I miss those guys, but yeah, it's
You
fun, and
here
I'm looking
now,
forward to
baby.
competing with him and the rest of the league.
What were the lessons you learned during the rebuild as far as coaching quarterback?
Yeah, well, it feels like a lifetime ago, with Justin and Flus, and then obviously with Caleb and Flus, and then Ben. You pick up on little things here and there. You pick up on just trying to give them as many resources as possible, whether that be pass catchers, runners, defense, offensive line.
He giving you the rundown on how to give your quarterback all the opportunities. That's basically what he's doing.
Just
Pay
trying to build
attention.
it smart and the right way to allow them to have success on the field.
Just in case y'all didn't catch that, because a lot of people don't catch that. You feel me?
Why do you think the positional importance is elevating that position over the last couple of years, maybe how many
Yeah, good question. Really because it's such a unique position. Obviously, you have, and usually those are really smart guys, right? The guys that can block, run routes, feel spacing.
How about
It
tight
makes
end?
the for a
It must have been
coordinator
a Kyle
being in
Pitts
12 personnel,
question. I
especially
couldn't
when you get
really
a guy
hear
like
it.
Colson or when you get a guy like Kyle, it gives you another weapon. It helps dictate the defense. Whether they're going to play base to that or whether they're going to play nickel. So it allows a lot of flexibility for an offense, and I feel like that position is going to continue to grow moving forward.
And what advice, if any, has Ryan
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't talked to him much these last few weeks,
I
except for
don't. I
him,
ain't.
sending me a picture of him on vacation. And I can't wait for you guys to see his tan when he gets up here. Make sure you nudge him a little bit. No, but he's been great. The advice that he's given me was really
I
throughout the
haven't. I
years,
don't
right?
know. I didn't even hear the
Us just
question.
having those
So
nights, those early mornings, just talking philosophy, talking ball. Him allowing me the ability to be a part of every single decision.
they must be
Again,
still talking about
I
Brian
can't thank
Poles.
him and the organization enough for giving me this opportunity.
Might be talking about Matt.
Of course, yeah. It was
Dang, why
really
can't
hard.
I hear the question? Y'all need to speak up, reporters.
I
Dang.
remember, not in my a million years or lifetime would I have thought I would have made the decision I made. And then those last few years, ending up the bridesmaid, those were tough, right? Those were tough. And,
Yeah.
you know, but it's resilient. I feel like I've always kind of been that in my life. I've tried to teach my kids that, when you get knocked down, you keep, get back up and keep fighting. And yeah, it makes me even more grateful for this opportunity now. Oh, that's a tough question. It's hard for me to answer since I'm not a coach. That would be, I think, better suited for Kevin.
When you think back on your college in Philadelphia, what do you take most from your experience in
He's awesome, man. He's energetic. He's passionate. He loves ball. He's always thinking. He's thinking outside the box. Really taking away like roster building and team construction from him and finding different methods in doing that, whether that be free agency, whether that be via trade or the draft. It feels like he's always, a couple steps forward. So really trying to pick his brain on how he does those things. But I still don't know.
What are you excited about with the pairing of Kevin Stefanski and Michael Penix coming into this year?
Yeah, excited about their relationship growing.
Basically, he just
Excited
asked
for
about the
Michael
Michael
to get
Penix.
healthy. They've already had really good conversations, and I've had a chance to see Michael in the building. So I'm looking forward to seeing how their relationship blossoms.
What do you feel about the working relationship? How do you see that going between you and Matt?
Oh, it's been great. it's a quarterback and I'm an offensive lineman, right?
Yeah.
So we're transparent, honest.
I think it's
Feel like
easy.
there's
They from the same
similarities
place. I think
and
they
passion
it's just so
that
many
we've
things
recently
similar
picked up on.
each other that
But to be able
it's
to have a
it's
guy
not
like
gonna be
that
hard to
who's
work.
had the career in which he's had, to be able to pick his brain from a player's perspective is invaluable, right? And he's been extremely helpful thus far, and I'm looking forward to continuing to get to know him and continue to work with him moving forward. Say that again.
Additional quarterback options or development?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be coming back, so that's a good thing, right?
Wow.
But he's going to be involved with all of our process. He's already involved with the process, being able to pick his brain in draft meetings, free agency, and again, it's great to have somebody like Matt
Oh, he's
in that
about
seat.
Matt. Okay.
When you reflect on the team that you helped build in Chicago,
That's a good one.
Right.
Really just proud of the journey, man. Just proud of the journey and us staying disciplined when we could have veered.
This is the only thing about having a new GM. Like they tried somewhat when quarters they be trying to get to know the guy instead of asking like football questions. They asking personal questions.
We could have went different ways where we could have felt the pressure that
I
I
mean,
feel like
this
we're
is a
all
football
human.
question.
You're going to
Like, how
feel
did
that.
you
But
review
for us to lean on one another, stay disciplined,
the journey over
protect
in
each
Chicago?
other in our decision making, I'm really proud of us doing it the right way.
You're gonna do it the right way here.
Yeah, I haven't had much time to really dive into like the wording of it. It was always my interpretation that if a general manager gets hired, that team would receive 2 third-round picks. I'm a general manager. I was hired. I would think that they would get 2 third-round picks. I don't know the wording of it. That's just my perspective. Again, I
He's
wouldn't be
talking
sitting
about
here if it weren't for them giving me that job and helping me grow
talking
to
about
get this job
Chicago
right now.
getting the piscatory picks. I don't think they're getting any picks because even though we hired him as a
Yeah,
GM, Matt
it feels
Ryan's
like a
the
lifetime ago.
top executive, really. So
It's
in
it's
a
cool.
way,
I got to
it's a
see
smooth
Eric
little
DaCosta this
cool way that
morning
they kind
grabbing
of
a cup of
finesse the
coffee and
Bears out of taking more from
just
them
to
and
think
helping
like
them
that was
more.
my boss, right? And he was a 2020 guy, and now here I am. Again, I just hope to make them proud and to show that other people in the 2020 clubs, wherever they are, that it can still be done. Yeah, it all depends, right? If you're looking for a vertical slot guy with speed, that's an instant accelerator, or a guy that's a build-up speed guy, or if you're looking for a crafty slot that can get in and out of
Ian
breaks,
wanted to
option
really get
routes,
into it, but he was like,
it just
you can
depends on
see
the
it on his
scheme and what
face. He
you're
thought
looking
about
for.
the question, like,
You want to
okay,
find
how can I
feel.
not give
See
away
guys that can feel
my
leverage,
plan?
guys that know how to get open in different ways. So I think the slot position is unique because it can be used in so many different ways, and it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Look back in your time working with Ryan Poles, is there a specific moment, like if somebody asks you 10 years from now, a specific moment in your collaboration, what would you point to?
Living with one another when we first got there. I mean, I knew Ryan. Our paths have crossed. We were friends, but we never worked together. So if you can imagine
Working
just
and being
picking up,
friends is two different things.
getting to a new destination, and then saying, "Hey, you want to be roommates? And you want to do this thing together?" Like, all right, cool. And like literally being in, having a beverage at night with a whiteboard, talking about a plan every single night. That's unique, man.
Yeah,
That's
he
special.
said having a beverage.
And then
We
to be
know
able
what
to
that
have
means. I
the
like
success
this man's wording. I know how he
in
likes
which we've
that.
had, and which they are going to continue to have there. That was a special time.
Ryan said after Ryan Ryan said at the end of the season that he had to kind of learn to not listen to what the crowd wants him to do. Sometimes that might get him in trouble. Is that something that maybe you're taking now as you elevate your role?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd say.
Which he
I'm not a big
needs
social
to.
media
Like,
guy. I would always nudge Ryan, just friends. But yeah, I just don't want to listen to the crowd. Want to make sure I make informed decisions and listen to the crew that I have, helping me to make the best decisions possible.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank y'all.
all right, man, that is it. Yeah, that was his interview. Hey, I liked it. I enjoyed it. Gave a little insight, information, gave a little backstory. That's all you can ask for when it comes. They can't really give up too much of why they're there, but maybe we'll get more. And Kevin Stefanski, he has a combine interview later on today that I will be. So stay tuned for that, man.